and gentlemen, please tone it down a bit. There's an announcement I'd like to read now. Wait, how am I supposed to pronounce this?
Fight! Ladies and gentlemen, folks worldwide, welcome back to another exciting episode of Fight for Truth. And I'm your host, Mr. Nobody. And before I get started, I would love to give all honor, glory, and praise to our Creator, the Most High. Today's topic is consequences. For every action, there is a reaction. And with the gift of free will, is the responsibility of consequences. The Most High, in the original plan, He just wanted us just to live by His will and nothing else. But since Satan tempted Eve in the Garden of Eden, the tree of knowledge was, free will. You can do whatever you want, right? But along with that is the responsibility of your actions. It's like whatever you do, you're accountable for it. So that's why we need a Savior to redeem us of our bad actions. And a lot of people might say that they live a good life and they don't do no bad things. But do you give the Creator props for creating you or creating everything around you? Waking you up, making sure no harm come your way. No harm come your way. I mean, the Most High, He does all of those things without us even realizing that He's doing all of those things. He's keeping us safe. But that happens when, you live for Him. But on the other hand, if you do bad things, I believe that if you do enough bad things, so-called good things will start to happen for those people that do bad things. You might have people that all they ever did was rob people or stole from people or con people out of things. But those are the people it's like throughout life they always seem to stay afloat. And it's because it's like if you do enough bad, Satan will start to reward you for your bad actions. Like one time I seen one dude, I knew he was bad news because I was hanging around him, right? But I was hanging around him, but I couldn't figure out why he always seemed to have the best luck, quote unquote. Because it's like no matter what we did, he always seemed to get out of trouble, faster than, anybody else that was involved. Not saying he was snitching or nothing, it was just that I believe that Satan was using him because he was, a con artist. He stole from people. I mean, I did the same things, but it's like while I was doing those things, I always had a spiritual mindset, and I really didn't want to go too far into what I was really doing. But the guys around me, it was like they was almost getting blessed. It was like they always they kept nice cars. They always stayed ahead of the curve as far as like poor people. Like I said, there was con artists. They was cutting their way into women, business deals, you name it. But I was giving that story because, like I said, I think Satan gives blessings, because throughout the bad that we was doing, and we was doing a lot of it, I got in trouble, and I couldn't understand why I was getting in trouble, and now I realized that it was correction. I was going the wrong way, and this is the first step of correction. It's like, if I don't heed to these warnings as far as being caught or being in prison, I deserve death if I don't heed to those other warnings. But, like I said, I'm running with other guys that's escaping these snares, these traps, and I can understand why, but like I said, through it all, I was always spiritual, I always, I believed something else. Like, I believed in the Most High, even though I was calling him God then, and, just on my journey of trying to figure out the truth. But for this gift of free will, we as humans, we all have the responsibility of consequences. Because like I said, we're accountable for everything that we do, and we're being graded and judged accordingly. I'm not saying to just instantly transform and try to, live for the Most High, because a lot of people really can't do it. They come up with excuses, and, it's really not for them. You have to have a spiritual connection to understand what I'm saying, because the Most High, it's not going to be easy to live for him, because it's like that on both sides of the fence, whether you living for the Most High or if you're living for Satan. You're going to go through tests to really see if you're really on this side of the fence. It's like, if this bad thing happens to you, will you relapse and go back into the ways that you used to? And for a lot of people, they would, because it's easier when you was doing wrong. Just like I felt it was easier for me to do wrong. But I was mistaken, because with all the wrong that we were doing, it's like with anything that we do, we gradually want to do better at what we're doing. So, but it was going to be a very short show about consequences. For every action, there's a reaction. I'm not going to say I believe in karma, but for the definition of it, the definition of it is very real. As far as what you do will come back to you. It's like, good or bad. If you do something good, it will come back to you. And it's same as, as far as the opposite side, as far as the evil side. If you do, evil things will come back to you. But I'm not going to bore you guys. It was just my illustration of consequences, far as like I said, with everything that we do, as far as what we eat, there's consequences for eating the way we want to eat. If dairy, eating a lot of dairy clogs your digestive system, and you continuously eat it, that's up to you. If your bowels, or your digestive system get clogged up, because, not only do you know about it, it's because you're more drawn off the taste and, the way the food make you feel, instead of eating for substance. Excuse me, eating for substance. Substance. You're eating for substance. Trying to sustain and maintain. You know, that's why we're here. Trying to sustain and maintain while we're here in this matrix. Trying to figure out why we're here. Our purpose. Work on our purpose. And I would say try to correct our flaws, because we as humans, a lot of us, I ain't gonna say a lot of us, because I really don't think I'm perfect or nowhere near it, but a lot of people think because they do a lot of good deeds that, you know, certain things don't apply to them, you know, as far as judgment, because they are philanthropists or, you know, whatever, or if they do a lot of good deeds. But it's like a lot of times when you see a lot of people do good deeds, we have to question it. It's like, it's one thing if you see people do things on the street and no one's recording them, you know, that's one thing. But when you see a camera crew behind someone that's, you know, supposed to be genuinely giving someone, you know, typically homeless, you know, like something to eat or some money or something, that's for a monetary gain. Because when you truly give someone something, you really, you don't want to be known for it. You know, you really don't want to, you know, no camera crew there, or, you know what I'm saying, like, you really don't even want the person that you're giving it to even really, you know what I mean, get to know you. You're just giving a good deed and moving along about your day. But like you know what I'm saying, like I said, a lot of times, you know, people do those things and it's for clout and it's for, you know, for money, you know, YouTube clicks, you know, the things that people do for a check. But those are the consequences, because even those people that buy into it and help those people get those views, I mean, like I said, we're all going to be judged on what we're doing, as far as like people giving their energy to people that doing those things and not even having the common sense to just question, why am I seeing this? I mean, it's good to see it, but why am I seeing it? Do they really want me to see it? I mean, when people talk like that and ask questions like that, I mean, in most times, in most cases, you're going to be ridiculed, because it's like you're killing the vibe just by asking simple questions. Just asking questions can kill a person's vibe. If you don't want people around you, or just do an experiment to just see who's really around you. Just ask questions like I do. But until the next time, we're going to continue to fight for the truth or die for a lie. Peace and blessings to you all worldwide. It's a lot of things on the news, and I have upcoming news podcast, and I'm going to be addressing everything, you know, worldwide, because this is a struggle worldwide. So I'm going to be talking about it if you're interested. Until the next time, we're going to continue to fight for the truth or die for a lie. Peace and blessings worldwide. Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, please tone it down a bit. There's an announcement I'd like to make now. Wait, how am I supposed to pronounce this?